Yes, Geneva, yes. Oh, wait.
Otherworldlyculture.com.
The NFL's a bunch of pussies.com. An umpire and a vampire square off week after week, reviewing movies outside their own strike zone. This week's movie is the 1979 sci-fi horror thriller Alien and the 1984 sports drama The Natural, starring Robert Redford, Sigourney Weaver, Glenn Close, Wilford Brimley, Tom Skerritt. Yep. Tim Basinger, Robert Duvall. And I'll listen. Hold on a second. Now two guys who grew up in a town that I just found out means a bottom-feeding fish. Tim Crutchman and Jeff Miller.
That's it.
That's so terrible. What? I'm not even on screen.
The show is up. Well, you gotta keep on the camera.
Go Pack, go!
All right. Yeah. Well, good luck to them.
Yeah. Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
But wait, we're not talking about
other
that.
people might be watching that, but I think we're actually gonna beat them tonight in the ratings.
Do you?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I'm pretty sure.
I hope so.
It seems like a natural, doesn't it?
Just like the movie, The Natural.
Oh.
Ho Chi Minh, bring it home.
Oh my goodness. Hey everybody, welcome to the show.
Yep.
Wait, what am I waiting for? Oh, there it is.
The bottom feeders.
That's
I can't believe you told me that. That ruined my night. That ruined my holiday season. Thank you.
Can I introduce the show?
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
Go ahead, Trogdor.
Sometimes people... I'm not Trogdor.
I know. He stopped.
How do you not know who I am?
No, I know.
I do the show with you here. You're more interested in typing in the chat room. You just aren't that into me anymore.
Nanu.
Okay.
Did you ever see that? Nanu. And then I can go like from that to... I can do that, and then I can do this.
I have a hand gesture for you. How about that one right there?
Live long and prosper, and then Nanu. Let's go, Tim. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's Jeff Miller. We call him the Ump. Jeff enjoys spending time with his dog Tango.
You bet, babe.
I was told to tell you that his dog does not dance. I am also offering this up. Neither does Jeff. On the show, what we do is I'm a horror movie fan, so I give him a horror movie to watch. He's a sports fan, so he gives me a sports movie to watch. Neither of us are in a good mood when we come in here, but we try to cheer each other up. The sports movie is particularly pungent this week with The Natural.
That's great.
And I gave him the classic, wonderful film Alien. Which is supposed to... There it goes.
And this is Alien, like outer space Alien. It's not like... It's not illegal Alien.
Right.
And so that's why I wanted to show people...
It's not set in Texas.
Right, so that's why I'm doing Nanu, because Mork was from outer space.
I got the thing.
Yep, the thing.
Oh, I'm not getting it.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah.
That's outer space.
This
is outer space.
Sometimes I wonder if you're from outer space.
And then this is Go Pack Go.
Wow.
Yeah, this is going to be a good show. I agree with Geneva. This is going to be a good show.
Okay, well, somebody's got to agree with her one of these days. Now, you go second this week.
Exler's a lucky guy.
Yeah. You go second, though. I go first.
I go dose.
Okay,
I'm going to go number 2.
That would explain what happened in that other room. Hey, everybody.
It's Tim,
Tonight, we are going to talk about The Natural.
Can I call a timeout?
No.
Can I call a timeout?
Go ahead.
I'm going to just say right now, because you're going to get on a roll, and I'm going to not be able to speak.
Yeah.
I like how you have The Natural right under there. I like that. I'm hoping that when you do the Alien, I get the Alien under there, too.
Well, we're going to find out.
Okay,
That's
cool.
later on in today's show. That I'm building suspense.
Okay, go for it.
I'm building suspense.
Go for it, friend.
All right, so...
The Natural.
It's supposed to be starting... There they go. All right,
wow.
good.
Wow, how come I don't get any of that good stuff?
You do.
Okay.
You're just looking down at your notes when it happens. Oh, and the emojis, those are from our friend Trogdor. Put those up.
Does emoji stand for anything?
Yeah.
What?
Bottom feeder. I don't know.
Well, you would
I
think
don't know.
who would
You
thought of
would
the
think
word?
I would know.
Who would think of the word emoji? That doesn't even mean to be a word.
It doesn't mean anything. No.
All
right. The Natural. Another thing that doesn't mean. Anyway.
Stop.
Movie starts.
I'm already
out-
getting upset. I'm gonna have a Pringle. Sorry. Go ahead. I will listen intently, but I am gonna interject. I never do it, but
What
I'm
a
gonna.
shock. What a shock. The movie starts out with Roy Hobbs. He's full of hope, and then he's shot by a woman that was repeatedly raped by a ghost.
What is going on here?
What? Was he
That's
not
not
shot?
in the movie.
Was he not shot?
Yes, but
Was
there's
it
nothing.
by Barbara Hershey?
Yes.
All right.
But
So this is.
But why do you say anything about a?
Is a
Oh wait, I
100%
get it. Wait, I get it.
Okay.
Your-
Again on the arm.
I'm sorry, that's right, because that's your wound. You know what, Tim? I
Yeah.
get it now. Because you're referring to
The
that other
entity.
movie. Entity,
Yes.
there you go.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I get it. All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
So, repeatedly raped. By
Very,
the way.
very
Find us
Tim?
a nice rape emoji.
Tim?
there. What?
That's very clever.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, I do have some nice things to say. They'll squeak in here from time to time. Wilford Brimley is fantastic as an old-timey baseball coach for the New York Knicks, I think is the name of the team. And they, what?
The Knights.
The what?
Knights. Knights.
Oh, that's why it's dark out when they're playing. Okay. I thought that was just a
I thought you would like that because of Batman, The Dark Knight.
Keep going. That's not even close to my favorite superhero.
Okay, Exler, that was for you.
Yeah. It would be for him. Okay, now strange things start to happen around Roy, where I'm kind of wondering if he's either cursed, blessed, or just a Satan worshiper. So,
Tim, what is going on with you tonight?
I'm bringing it out.
You don't believe that. He doesn't believe that.
Strange thing. First of all, he's shot by a fan. Then he literally knocks the cover off of a ball. His rival runs into a wall and dies.
Bump.
Yeah.
Bump.
You know what they call that? You know what they call that?
No. A bump in the wall?
No. You call that murder.
Yes.
This movie had murder.
Yes,
in it.
I didn't even know I did that, but I gave him murder.
Yeah, there was a murder in this movie.
There's almost second murder.
And then a guy wears a lightning patch, and he starts hitting, so everybody starts wearing a lightning patch. You know what they call those? That's called a cult, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
He starts a cult.
I don't even like the way this is going. I don't like the way this is going.
He breaks a clock because his old girlfriend is so ugly her face could stop a clock. That's what happens at one point.
Okay, wait. I
Have you
agree
seen
with you.
Glenn
I wish
Close?
there had been somebody else playing this part thing, Glenn Close.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
But I'm being unusually cruel. But this is the same.
I'm not.
they're taking it. This is the same old story arc of a woman done him wrong, and the gifted athlete can't perform. Very much like Bull Durham, right?
No, not even close.
Very much like Bull
Not
Durham.
even close. Not even 1%.
Almost exactly the same.
No.
And so here goes Roy Hobbs, right? And he keeps telling everybody, I want to be the best there ever was in this game, which makes him a narcissist at the least.
Wow.
And here's how I feel about this movie. I think you need to love baseball to love this movie.
Yes, you do.
Because it's everything like a baseball game. It's slow. There's not much action. There's lots of awkward pauses and silences. It takes forever to get to the end. Honestly, I think this might be my least favorite Barry Levinson movie. I really like Barry Levinson.
Baseball is called the national pastime for a reason. It's a pastime.
It does. It passes so much time that you almost pass out.
Wow.
However,
wow, Tim. Wow.
I have some nice things to say.
Really?
The score is very good. I think.
What was the score of the game?
No, the music.
Why did they call the
I
score?
can go back into the other lane.
But wait,
So,
why did they call music the score?
The score?
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, good.
All right. Now, one of the big questions in the third act of the movie is, will he go on the take? And that's the only reason they were trying to see if he would go on to take is they figured, we don't really want to interject drugs into this one. So we'll do the other thing, which is fixing games. That's what sports movies do. They're either fixing games or they're taking drugs.
What the hell?
I honestly, I love Kim Basinger. I mean, I love her a lot. In this movie, I take that every scene she's in can be cut. There was no I thought she was frankly a bitch.
Tim.
Well, she was.
Is that a ringer?
I think it's an accurate
No, is that a
description.
bell? Is that a bell? A bitch? Is that a? That's a female dog. All right.
There.
All right. Just checking.
So, now, I will say the sports part, every time they went to the sports scenes,
Yep.
something insane happened that could never happen. Like knocking the cover off of a ball, hitting the lights, all these insane things.
That could happen. Hitting.
But
lights.
unlike North Dallas 40, at least you got to see something. It looked like it was an actual game, not like let's just darken a stadium and play by ourselves.
A high school
There's
field.
a name, if you play with yourself too often, you go blind. Anyway, and then there's like all these. They have like this conspiracy that's going on about fixing the sport because there's more than one player on the take in this.
Yeah.
This happens all the time. I think that you become an athlete if you can't make it in politics. It's like I'm gonna be a cheat. I might as well become an athlete.
Tim.
I think that's true.
Tim.
What? And then there's like this whole thing where he's kind of like Popeye, right? Because he gets his spinach and then he gets to play. His spinach happens to be Glenn Close. Yeah. Ooh, I got a little of the Glenn Close on me. Now I'll be able to play. It's like, what the hell? And honestly, if people would have known that she was the reason he could play, wouldn't Wilford Brimley have said, hey, get her in the dugout. Yeah. Let her give him a blowjob.
Tim.
It would have happened.
That's a little far.
Okay.
That's
now,
a little far.
Notice also in this film that Pittsburgh is the perennial enemy of the New York Knicks.
Pittsburgh, Mafia.
They're kind of, now, are they the Pirates?
Yes.
I thought they were the Pirates.
Yep.
So why is it a fake New York team name, but the Pirates can be the bad guys?
Because they didn't want to really make it so that you could go back and check any kind of stats or anything. So they had to do a little mix-up there.
It's dumb.
It had to be a little real.
I could check the Pittsburgh stats, and they'd be wrong.
Well, yeah, because they didn't play. They never played the Knights.
Oh my god.
That's okay, Tim. It's all right.
So by the time they get to that final at bat, what I was feeling inside was fatigue. I know I was supposed to be like, all right, here it comes. This is the big thing. It just seemed like there was no other place they could go than what they did.
Let me ask you though, if you were, let's just say, change seats with me, and you were the sports guy, you're sports, and you love baseball and that, wouldn't you have loved this movie?
I don't know.
Would you have been really waiting for that last at bat?
You know what? Only you can tell me that.
Okay,
that's why
I was.
here.
All right, that's
because
fine.
Because I was kind of like, whatever. I know how this is going to go down.
You didn't know how it was going to go
went down pretty well exactly that way.
So
here's another thing that annoys me. In this movie, about 85 times, somebody says, well, let's play ball. Let's play ball. Let's play. You know what? Why don't you just fucking do it?
Tim.
I don't need to see you say, let's play ball every 5 seconds. You want to play ball, here's how you do it. Stop talking and slowing down the goddamn game. Everybody's having a conference every time they turn around.
But Tim.
Oh my god.
In that final,
and then, okay, and the final he hits a bank of lights, right? I'm spoiling this movie.
Tim, don't spoil it!
I just did.
Okay.
They hit a bank of lights because it's the clip they show from this movie anytime they talk about this movie. He hits a bank of lights. Okay, so the light he hits explodes.
Should have exploded.
That makes sense.
That should be.
Then the rest of the lights start exploding.
Yes.
What, in sympathy? What's going on out there?
So here's the
what
thing.
type of electricity did they have in the 50s?
So this is the thing. Tim never
No,
goes.
this is the thing.
Tim never goes. Tim never goes this far. I'm usually the one who's like, "How could that ever possibly happen? There's no way that could happen." Tim usually just goes with it.
This is all just
But
ridiculous.
Tim, you're 100% correct. Even from the first time I saw this, he hits the one light. I'm like, come on, this wouldn't be happening, whatever. But Tim, that final scene, all of a sudden they bring in a pitcher, this young arm from whatever Nebraska. So it's supposed to be the natural.
How do I know he's any good? How do I know he's any good? They don't establish
You know
that
why?
he's any good.
Yes, they do.
He could be a piece of shit.
Tim. No,
All right.
because Roy Hobbs
He could
was
be fucking a piece of shit.
Rob, because Roy
Yeah.
Hobbs struck out the whammer, and he was this young guy
Yeah,
from the middle of nowhere.
the whammer.
Right.
Right.
So when they bring in Roy Hobbs, Roy Hobbs that plate, and then they
Yeah.
bring in the other pitcher,
Yeah.
you're supposed to make that correlation,
Oh.
and you're
Yeah,
supposed
it
to, and you're
wasn't
supposed to
interesting.
wonder if that farm boy on the mound is going to strike out the new whammer. This is a great This is a great ending to this movie.
I'll agree. I was happy when there was an ending to this
I'm
movie.
sure
Let
you
me
were.
talk to you about
sure you
the
were.
horror movie connection on this bad boy.
I bet you there's got to be a few.
Oh my god. Oh my god. First of all, this is an all-star cast. This is a really good cast.
Notice it's
I'll tell you
baseball,
that.
and he's using All Star. I'm wearing off on him.
Okay. So first you got Robert Redford. Okay. He was in 3 Alfred Hitchcock, either
Really?
Alfred Hitchcock Presents or Alfred Hitchcock Hour.
I wouldn't
One
know
in
that.
1961, one in 1962, and one in 1963.
Really?
In 1962, he was also in the 81st episode of The Twilight Zone, which we both know is called Nothing in the Dark.
I didn't know that. Is that the one where?
I let it. People would have thought that. But
Wait,
you
is
had
that
to
the
say
movie
it.
where the people died? He was in that one.
No.
What are you talking about
No,
then?
forget it.
Who knows about Nothing in the
Moving
Dark?
on.
No one
It's
knows.
actually one of the most famous Twilight Zone episodes because it had Robert Redford.
Do you consider that? Do you consider his acting in Jeremiah Johnson? a
That
horror
was
movie?
horrific,
Okay, that's what I thought.
but it's a western, and
I love that movie, by the way.
do you?
I don't even know why.
You know what?
I don't even know
that's
why.
That's one I got to. I do need to look at that again because I think I've only watched it in bits and pieces, you know, on Saturdays.
So,
and
you know what?
see
Honestly, Tim,
parts
I
of
think
it.
that's all I've ever done. So I think
Yeah.
we need to get that 96-inch TV to
Yeah.
show us that.
Yeah, I hear there's a movie theater being built near.
I want to see it in 3D.
Yeah. All right, then we have Michael Madsen. This is the absolute worst picture I could find. Of
Which
him.
one is he?
He's
Bump. He's Bump.
Yeah. Now listen to this one.
Listen to it. Stop. Wait.
Okay.
Listen.
Yeah. Listen to this. Though. Just a minute. Hold on a second. Wait. Listen. Okay. He was in Free Willy, not a horror movie. But he was in Species in 1995.
Yes, he was.
And in Species 2, 1998.
Never saw that.
I will say Species 1995, if you're trying to connect people, you know, like sometimes people try to do 5 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Species is a good one. It's got a great cast that connects a lot of people you wouldn't expect.
And
Yeah.
and I have my hand up.
Yes.
And Natasha Henstridge
It's so smoking hot.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That was her first
she has
movie, I think,
a
right?
lot of talent. Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
she is just amazing.
Okay, so he was also in Blood Rain, which was
Can you give me that
vampire
movie, Species? Can you give me that one?
See, when you request it, now it's going to go further out a
All
couple
right,
more seasons.
go for it, Tim.
Scary Movie 4 he was in. Now, since 2006, when he did Scary Movie 4, I think he's doing primarily horror movies now. He's got Tooth and Nail, House, The Bleeding, Terror Trap, Forest of the Living Dead, Infected, and it keeps going on and on. I stopped writing them down. I'm like, I think he's just decided he's going to do these direct-to-video low-budget horror films one after another.
So is it like a cash grab for him, or did he get like pigeonholed, or what do you think?
I think it's just stuff that he does have a spooky type of
look
look and feel. He has a big drug problem to fund.
Oh, really?
His best work ever was the TV show Revenge Incorporated, where he was like a revenge guy. It was really a great show.
You saw this show?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe somebody in the chat room will probably bring it up if I don't. All right. Then we got Kim Basinger.
Yeah.
Okay. There you can tell this is post a lot of plastic surgery. I believe one time she smiled after her plastic surgery and they had to start all over.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't find any true horror credits. However, she has been married to Alec Baldwin for nearly 10 years.
Yeah.
So that one, that's pretty horrific. And we know he also commits murder from time to time. Then we have Glenn Close. She was in Fatal Attraction, which I believe her part in that movie it's a horror movie.
It is, but
she's like cooking up a rabbit.
But in another case, she doesn't have the look that I'd want for that person. Honestly,
no kidding.
Okay, thank you.
Kidding.
All right, it wasn't just me.
But
all right.
she was also in the Stepford Wives in 2004, and Mary Riley, which was a Julia Roberts movie that redoes Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Okay,
it's not great. All right, 5. Okay. We got Robert Duvall. He was in the 1978 version of one of your favorite films from this season, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. He was in the 78 version.
I don't remember him.
He was in a 1962 Alfred Hitchcock Presents, but a different episode than Robert Redford. In 1963, he was in Miniature, which was in season 4 of Twilight Zone. Now, a lot of people don't remember Robert Duvall ever doing a Twilight Zone, and the reason for this is he was in an episode that was in season 4. Twilight Zone had 5 seasons. 4 of those seasons, 1, 2, 3, and 5, the episodes were 30 minutes apiece.
Okay.
For some reason, in season 4, they went to 1-hour blocks.
Oh.
And when the TV series went to syndication, they went with 30-minute spots.
No kidding.
Those 1-hour ones, the only time you really get to see them is when the Sci-Fi Channel is doing a marathon, which I mentioned because a lot of times it's over Thanksgiving.
Okay.
They do the marathon. So if you do want to see it, it is an excellent episode, Miniature, season 4. It's worth seeing.
And he's also a Hall of Famer.
For what?
Days of Thunder.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mark that down. There it is.
Do I get a point for that?
No. Also, 3 episodes of The Outer Limits that he did.
Okay.
He did 3 episodes of that. So now we're moving on. Who's next here? Wilford Brimley. Wilford Brimley. You know what he is?
Yes.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
For what?
The Thing.
I know. He's only watched it 1,000
He shoots
times.
like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot you. Bang, bang, bang.
I'm gonna kill you.
Who accelerates their hand when they're shooting somebody? Bang. Bang.
So, anyway, he was, of course, in The Thing. But he also was in 1983's 10 to Midnight.
Okay.
That's when I'm probably going to get to you.
Okay.
That's a great movie. Not a lot of people have seen it. It's the only, quote, horror movie that Charles Brosnan was the star of.
Okay.
So,
I think that makes sense to me then.
Yeah. It'll I think you'll enjoy it.
That resonates with me because I've seen Charles Bronson on like the cover, like maybe on the movie poster. Could that be right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for that. All
right.
Yeah. Robert Prosky. Okay, he's the guy that plays the judge.
Yeah.
Right? What do you think? Does he have any horror credits?
Well, you wouldn't have up there he didn't, but I'll say yes,
true.
but I have no idea.
Robert Prosky plays Grandpa Fred in the movie Gremlins 2.
Really?
Gremlins 2 is my guilty pleasure. I love Gremlins 2.
I've never seen it.
That might change.
It's not really a horror movie.
It's funny as hell, though.
Yes.
It's so much fun, and he plays basically like a horror host type of character.
Okay.
I like. Oh, I am getting a request to give you Gremlins 2. Okay.
Is Phoebe Cates in it?
Yes, she is.
Oh, then I'll watch it.
And then she's scrumptillylicious.
Then I'll watch it.
And then we have Joe Don Baker. Now, he played the Whammer. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I should not have done that while you were drinking.
No. Oh, wait. Drinking Mountain Dew. The nectar of the gods. We just got paid. All right, go ahead.
All right.
The Whammer.
Do you think he had any horror?
Yes. You know what he looks like? No?
No horror credits.
Why do you do this to
The
me?
closest he came... I take him back that point. Closest he came was the thriller Cape Fear.
Okay.
He was kind of in, so maybe sort of. But you know what he's been doing? A lot of his James Bond movies.
Really?
Been in like 3 or 4 of them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's been in a lot. He was the villain in one of my favorites, The Living Daylights. But he's played like whatever. Let's move
Timothy
on.
Dalton is awful as James Bond.
You haven't watched him.
I have.
And then we got the ghost rapist here.
Tim! She looks really good there.
Yeah, she looks really good all the time.
Yeah, I know.
I love
Hall of
Deborah
Famer,
Hershey.
baby.
She's a Hall of Famer.
Bring it
She
home.
was in the Entity. She's done a couple X-Files.
I thought you were going to say X-rated movies.
She is fantastic in the Insidious movies, which you may have one of those coming up.
Ooh, I don't think so.
That
She's
you
in
wouldn't
it.
like. But it depends if you're nice to me in the off season.
Depends on what Insidious means. I don't even know what that means.
You'd find out.
Oh,
She
shoot.
was in Black Swan and The Ninth Life of Louis Drax, which I have no idea, but it said it was a horror movie. And I'm like, well, whatever. Even the director, Barry Levinson, and I ran out of spots for pictures. Barry Levinson recently directed the film The Bay, which is a pretty good horror movie. It's
Really?
like a fake documentary about an environmental disaster.
Okay.
And Darren McGavin, he's the...
Shooter.
Yeah, I think that was his nickname.
No,
wasn't
that's
it?
what I'm thinking from Happy Gilmore. I was making it
No.
funny.
What is his name in this movie? He's the gambler that's always around Kim Basinger.
Yeah.
Darren McGavin, of course, a lot of us know this time of year that he was in Christmas Story, but he was also the Night Stalker. There was a TV series called The Night Stalker, and he played a journalist that basically chased down monsters.
Okay.
It was like a precursor to the X-Files, I would say.
Okay. All right.
So, a really good show. So, all right. Well, that's it for me, except for the score.
Yeah. What are you gonna score this, Tim?
Well, I was a little...
Can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna. So how do we do this when I guess?
You put it into the chat.
Okay. So are you gonna look at the chat?
I'm not going to look at.
Oh, I just dropped my phone. But all right.
Oh my god.
So you ready? Don't
That's
look.
sure to be left behind.
Don't look
by
at. Don't look in the
end
chat.
of night.
Don't look at the
At
chat.
the end of the night, I will have a new
Don't look
phone.
in the chat.
I'm not looking
Ready?
at the chat. Why
Go.
would I look?
Go.
Hold on, I'm turning stuff back in. Oh, here's my number.
I said 2. So thank you, Tim.
That is a gift.
It's a season of giving.
It sure is. Here's the thing. I'm feeling a little generous.
Really?
I thought the ending was terrible.
What?
But I was happy that it
Oh.
came. Honestly, this isn't my type of movie.
I know.
It's
it's
not my type of movie.
I know.
If I was a baseball fan and loved baseball, I'd probably feel very different about it. Not a baseball fan, so
So I know for next
I
season.
like it. I like it more than other sports, but really, there's only one good sport.
Parakeet tractor pulling.
Okay, there's 2 good
Curling.
sports. No, all-star wrestling. You know this.
The Crusher. The
And
Crusher.
Speaking of sports, guess what, everybody? It's that time.
What time is that, Tim?
It's
Yes.
time.
Yes, Tim.
It's OWC Sports here on Other Worldly Culture. Jeff.
Yeah, it's me. I got some sports for you.
Yeah, it's you.
I've got some sports for you tonight. Let's
Woo!
start with the obvious. The Green Bay Packers snapped their 5-game losing streak, defeating the Dallas Cowboys in overtime last Sunday. They are playing tonight against the Tennessee Titans in Green Bay. Should be a good one. The Bucks won last night. They defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers. Brook Lopez dropped 29 points to lead the Bucks in scoring. The Bucks are now 11-3. Go Bucks, go! And finally, well, no, I'll throw one extra thing in. So before I throw in the extra, the World Cup starts this weekend, and the United States men's soccer team plays. Go U.S. Soccer!
I don't
There
have
you
a
go.
soccer.
No, you have that guy throw out the card.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. Where is
World
he?
Cup.
Where is he?
And if anybody's curious, I've got money on the United States team and the Switzerland team to win the whole thing. And then finally, one quick thing.
Switzerland?
Yeah, I was so excited.
Why Switzerland?
Swiss Miss Coco, man. Anyways, and one last thing. I was so excited this weekend to watch the Bills take on the Browns in Buffalo because they were going to get 72 inches of snow. It's going to be awesome. And then the NFL, the No Fun League, moved the game to Detroit. So, boo to the NFL.
Well, what happens to the people that bought tickets to it?
I don't know. I don't live in Buffalo, so I have no idea.
They're all screwed.
I mean, I went up to Green Bay to watch a playoff game in the polar vortex.
Yeah, you're nuts.
But anyways,
You're a crazy person.
I'm Jeff Miller, and that's
you're
the
not.
sports that I know.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Tim.
That was fantastic. And now we go to All Jeff All the Time. There it goes.
The Packers are losing 7-0 right now.
Already?
Oh my! Thanks, Trogdors. Thank you for giving me that.
Congratulations for doing that
Hey,
so quickly.
just throw something in the comment. How are they losing? Was it an interception? Did Derrick Henry
Pay
run
attention. You're doing the show, Jeff.
it in? Did Derrick Henry run the ball in? Let me know. I'm curious. Okay, so anyways, there we go. I wish that. You know what? What if I gave you a picture of Tango? Could you make Tango float
No.
like that?
No, I couldn't. Those are emojis that go up.
Couldn't you make an emoji?
Well, I got an off season to figure out if
Okay.
I can.
So
Yeah.
wait, no. So we had pizza from the local.
Did you notice I put Alien up there? For
I see
you?
that. Fun fact:
Okay.
Alien only cost $11 million to produce, but generated just shy of $105 million in the box office, and that's just the original 1970 film. Actually, Tim.
Oh, in 1979.
Tim. Yeah.
Who typed that in
Yeah,
there?
someone typed that wrong. Now listen, hold on.
Oh my God.
Now wait 1 second.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
So we
Wait, hold on.
got pizza from the local tonight.
We did.
Local in Muskego, and it was really good, but I got like a piece of spice in my throat. So just give me a second here.
Okay.
It like shot out from between.
Well, we'll give everybody. It's time for us to go to Jeff's happy place.
So
hold on a second.
So that
Here,
spice-
we'll just make you happy.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead and.
How am I supposed to even concentrate?
That's what we do.
No, go
here.
back.
No.
So anyways, so a piece of spice shot out between my teeth, and now it's in my throat. So give me a second.
No, we'll give you the happy place.
Nectar of the gods. Oh,
There
you
you
know
go.
what? Oh my gosh. That's the nectar of the gods.
Right
Jessica
there.
Alba. So that would be a real toss-up for me. Jessica Alba or Selma Hayek. Man, that's tough. That's a tough one.
All
Tim.
right, that's enough of that.
All right, the Alien. Let's get down to it. So, as the music plays, it keeps me in my happy place. Alien, the original.
Why is it still playing? Is my question. There it goes.
Because you're a good friend. So Alien, 1979, the original, rated R, is a minute. It was an hour.
a minute and 3 seconds.
It was an hour and 57 minutes long. Now I'm going to get into this little story here in a second.
Okay.
But first I want to say, usually, and we talk about this every week, but you may be a new viewer, you might be a new listener. Usually,
God, I hope we get one.
130, 135 is like the wheelhouse for a horror movie, according to
this
Tim.
This is long.
Here's the thing, Tim.
They go. No, the thing was last 2 seasons ago.
Right, which was a fantastic movie.
Yes, it was.
This movie.
It was about an alien.
They don't even. they don't even have any dialogue for the first 6 minutes of this movie. And I'll tell you what, this movie moved along very slow. I used this reference in your Dead On review on Tuesday, but no one saw it. So I'm going to use it now.
Mm-hmm.
The movie Alien is a lot like the song Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. It starts out extremely slow. And if you listen to Stairway to Heaven, you'll know what I mean. It starts out very slow, but then eventually the wheels start turning and the movie speeds up and goes and goes and goes. This movie is very good once you get to that second and a half, what is it called? Act. 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 I took the ACT in high school. I did not take the SAT because I was afraid of it.
I just love it when Jeff just stops the whole show and he tells us something that's obvious.
But that's obvious I took the ACT?
It's pretty obvious that you didn't.
No, I took the ACT.
You did?
I did not take the SAT.
That's because he couldn't spell it.
Right. Well, no, I did. SAT.
Oh, wow.
Like Saturday,
Hey.
SAT. But anyways, ACT. So in the second and a half to third act, this show gets up and running.
Every once
really
in a while, Jeff will just look at you and he goes, I made a poopy.
What the hell are you talking about? Anyways, so this movie stars Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, is that right?
Yeah,
Tom Skerritt.
Yep.
John Hurt, Veronica.
He's from Top Gun.
Yes, he was.
From.
Yep. Veronica Cartwright.
Yep.
Harry Dean Stanton, which I've seen before, but I couldn't place him.
He's in so much stuff. It's scary.
He's like a character actor, right?
Yes.
Ian Holm is in there. Yaphet Kotto, which he...
Yaphet Kotto.
Yes, but he played Parker. He played the African American, and he was... after I watched this, I'm like, I know him from somewhere, so I did a little research. Yeah. He played in some Bond films.
He was the main villain in Live and Let Die.
Yep.
Well, he was the main villain. He wasn't the heavy. The heavy was the Jamaican.
Right, but he was down there because he had to act like he was Jamaican, whatever.
Right.
So he's in there, and then the guy that helped me with the...
Do you know what else he was in?
I probably read it, but I don't remember.
Midnight Run.
With Robert De Niro?
He's excellent in there. He was the chief of police for homicide. Well, not chief of police. The head of the homicide unit in the TV show Homicide, which I watched every goddamn week.
Tim, come on now. You can do that without saying that.
All right. I fucking apologize.
Tim! Okay, but help me out with this.
Yeah.
Now this is something incredible. Again, I don't watch these movies, so I don't know this.
Right.
But there's actually somebody playing the alien. I thought that was animatronics. So what's his name? Bajiwo Badawa? How do you say it?
Yeah, that's close enough.
But it's cool because this guy, they spotted him in a bar. He's 6'10", and they're like, he's kind of very thin. So it's like he would work in this costume. And I didn't know this because, again, Tim, I've told you that I don't read everything beforehand because I want to go in not know anything.
Right.
After the movie, I didn't.
A lot of times you come out of a movie not knowing anything.
Right. So I read this and I'm like, there's a guy playing this part?
Yeah.
I'm like, holy cow. So then I did a little more research. There is someone that played inside C-3PO.
Anthony Daniels.
Yeah. There was actually a person that was not a robot. Because this links up. Because if you check this out, then it links to other people that played it. How did someone get inside that C-3PO thing? I thought that was a robot the whole time.
No, it isn't.
And there's somebody in R2-D2 also. If you guys don't know this, how did they get somebody in there? It had to have been someone small.
Okay, now, how about Chewbacca? Did you know that wasn't just a trained dog?
No, that's a real person. I could tell that.
Yeah, okay.
Anybody can tell that.
Yeah, I agree.
Be honest. Thank you.
This particular suit that
it's
they
fantastic.
Put on, it looks like it's a puppet of some kind.
Thank you, Tim. It does. So apparently, when they're doing all this, and then you're seeing that the mouth open, and all that, those are shredded condoms. Those are shredded condoms, and the juice that's coming off is KY jelly. That's research, my friends.
Actually,
that's research. That's true.
I was about to say something totally
okay, but anyways, so let's get back to this movie.
So let's not say that.
So what happens?
Let's scare
But
you.
it's true, and that's... I wasn't scared. So here's the thing. Oh, that's another thing. Tim is like, okay, Tim told me going into this movie, don't be eating your popcorn, don't be eating your milk duds, anything like that. But you watch out.
There's a lot of jump scares in this film.
There is, but there's not. I wasn't scared. I did not jump once. But here's the thing.
That surprises me.
That's the God's honest
because
truth.
In the movie The Thing, I saw you jump almost 3 feet in the air at a scene you had seen 22 times in a month.
And as I sit here, it was 20 times, and I don't mean to interrupt, but it was 20 times. But as I sit here, and we're friends, on our friendship, I didn't jump once during this movie.
So you didn't jump in the scene where Tom Skerritt is going through the pipes?
No.
Wow.
I did not.
Oh, man, that scene, even though I know it's coming, I
did not. But here's the deal. So,
and the cat jumps out all the time.
Yeah, well, he's a scaredy cat. Anyways, so back to this movie. Let's give a little bit of insight of this movie. If you've never seen this movie, which I feel like I'm the only one who's never seen it, being my age, but if you've never seen this movie, see this movie because
how old are you?
I'm 54.
Oh.
You're 286.
812.
Oh, sorry, a little dyslexia there.
Yeah.
But anyways, so back to this movie.
I lose track sometimes.
This is a really cool movie, and I can understand why it's...
the Wild West, it was just kind of crazy.
With Will Smith and Selma Hayek?
Yes.
See?
No spiders. Mechanical spiders.
Why did they even do that?
Actually, off the air, I'll explain that to you.
Okay.
It was supposed to be a sequence in a Superman movie that never got made, and the guy just thought it was such a great idea, he shoved it into his next movie.
I didn't like it.
Wild Wild West.
I didn't like it.
It's terrible.
It
should never have existed.
How's that guy going to the bathroom? Anyways, so here's the thing. So this Alien movie, people say this is one of the greatest movies right up there. It's up in the top 100 or top 1001 that you should see before you croak or whatever. This is a really good movie. I don't know how those sequels are going to be, but this is a good movie. If you can get past the beginning where they're
it's slow.
It's very, 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 very slow. But so they're this spacecraft and they're pulling some space junk, right? They're pulling it through the...
No, it's...
what are they doing? They're hauling something,
It's a
right?
refinery of some mineral ore that got mined, and it's something like... I read the opening crawl. What the hell was it? It was like 100 million tons of this mineral ore that they were transporting.
Right. So they're pulling this through space, right?
Yeah.
And see, but Tim, honestly, and you can make fun of this or whatever, but
I will.
But I did get confused. Okay, so I'm like, why are they stopping on this other planet? I didn't even get this. Or where did they even stop? They stopped somewhere to find something. But if you pay attention long enough, you find out that Ash, Ian Holm, was having them stop there. They weren't supposed to stop there, but he programmed something so they would stop there because... What can I tell?
No. That isn't why.
He was a bad guy.
He is a bad guy. Let's not go too deep into that special reveal.
Right.
But they went to that planet because there was what they thought was a distress call.
But that was
and
fake.
Later on they figured out, because it was in some goofy language or something, they said, I don't know if this is a distress call, it's actually a warning. But they were already on the planet when they figured out that it was a warning.
Okay, so I get that part of it, but Mother sent them there.
Yes, I think.
So
I don't think this was Ian Holmes' character. I think Mother wanted.
But I think Mother and Ian Holmes were in cahoots.
Yeah.
So, but what this movie reminded me a lot of. So if you never watched this movie, but maybe you dipped into some other movies that you like, underwater movies like I do.
Yeah.
This reminded me a lot of Deep Star 6.
Deep Star 6, Leviathan. There's a number of movies that have been based on this.
But this, I get Leviathan, but I feel close because I've seen them both.
It's closer to Deep Star 6.
I've seen them both, and that's one thing, Tim. I love underwater movies. I love winter movies.
Yeah, we know.
But so I saw Deep Star 6, and right when I was watching this, and when the things were happening, I'm like, this is a lot Deep Star 6. But I know that Deep Star 6 came out after this, so they ripped them off.
Right.
Well,
this movie rips off the writer of this movie. He has a quote that's something like, I didn't rip off a movie, I ripped off every movie, because there's elements from so many different movies. It Came from Outer Space is one that
Yeah.
a lot of people always. It's basically a haunted house in outer space film.
Okay. All right. So they get moving through this. You know, I'm not gonna throw it. I don't want to blow this. I don't want to. What's it called?
Spoil.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody because the ending for me was fantastic. It really was.
Yeah.
Not just because Sigourney Weaver is in her underwear, but
Well, that is great.
I didn't expect that. I'll be honest with you.
Yep.
I didn't expect that at all. I'm like,
Yep.
this movie is just about to end because sometimes I cheat and I hit pause and I see how much is left.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, there's 10 minutes left, and they're showing her in her underwear and her crack. I'm like, what's going on here? So I'm like,
It's like the movie seems like it's done, and she starts doing a strip tease.
which was rewarding. It sort of paid me off for watching this. This was Jeff's little reward. This is Jeff's 9th inning reward. Okay, it took all these movies, and I got a little something here. So, anyways, this movie. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Can you imagine if Jessica Alba was on? They should remake this with Jessica Alba.
Oh.
But anyways, this movie does everything that it needs to do for you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of suspense. There's a little cat and mouse. It has a flamethrower, so you gotta love it.
Yeah, when I was rewatching it, I'm like, oh, that's right. Jeff loves flamethrower.
It has a flamethrower, so you gotta love this movie.
Yeah.
This was a good movie. Again, I don't know if I didn't give that much of a review about this. You could definitely tell this movie was made in 1979, 1980, right around there.
You love the computer.
Yes.
The computer, you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God.
And Tim, doesn't that bring back fond memories of watching a computer read back to you?
Yes.
It made me think of war games. It made me think of the very first computer I was on.
It is funny. They have this outer space world.
Yes.
That they're able to fly in outer space and all this stuff, but they have a computer that probably was an Apple IIe level of resolution.
Yeah.
And they're screwing around with like flamethrowers and stuff. You kind of sit there and you go, this is almost like old-timey version of outer space. You know, it's like it isn't. There's no ray guns.
No
ray
guns.
There's not a whole lot of wow. Look at the technology. Even like the doctor at one point, he's bringing out a scalpel. Well, that's got a little bit of a laser thing to it, but that's about the only real piece of future tech that you see outside of just being in a big spaceship and having the spacesuits, right?
Oh, exactly. The only thing that you see out there, you see these blue lasers when they land on that other planet. And
that's right.
You know where they got that from?
Where?
The Who was actually putting on a concert in the studio next to them,
Okay.
and they borrowed that for that scene.
That's funny.
That's pretty cool. So the whole computer thing was very nostalgic. The first computer I was on was a Radio Shack
Tandy.
Yes,
100.
we had that at my grade school at
my
St.
God.
Leonard's, and that was the very first one I was on. But that reminded me. I mean, we were using cassette tapes and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But that was pretty cool. This movie,
They did not pull out a cassette tape at any point.
No, but this movie has. If you can get through the very beginning, which if you enjoy these kind of movies, you will. You'll get through it.
It's kind of fun to watch at the beginning more the second and third time.
I imagine that'll be the case.
Because you're looking for stuff and it really sets up that world.
Sure, it does. Yep.
And you're kind of like, oh, okay, it's almost like a realistic look at what this kind of space travel might be like.
Yeah.
You know, not everything works.
Right.
They're sitting there slapping switches to get them to engage, and all that stuff. It's kind of fun.
It was really cool when. So this isn't spoiling anything. It's really cool that the thing that gets to them, it eventually dies. An early version of it dies, and they have to dissect it. That's pretty cool. I mean, the way that they made that look, because it was real stuff. It was oysters and all that sort of stuff when they did it, but it wasn't fake. It wasn't like they tried to make something. They put something in there to make it look. It looked really cool. I gotta say that looked really cool.
I really like Harry Dean Stanton and Yaphet Kotto's characters, where Yaphet Kotto is always trying to find a way to get more money.
Yeah.
He's he's always trying to negotiate more money.
Both are.
And Harry Dean Stanton is just kind of like, whatever he says, he goes, right.
Yep.
Right.
He's just a yes man. Yeah. He's just a yes man for the more money.
It's a freaking frack type of thing.
But that's
awesome.
another cool thing about this movie is that it's not just all horror and all drama. There's some bits of comedy in there. There's some one-liners. It's decent.
It's trying to engage you.
It is. So you know what? Let me give this a score.
Okay, I have my finger. Wait,
I'll
put a number in here. I'm gonna put a number in.
All right. So what saved this movie was the last act, and the last act pulls this thing all together, and it's very intense. Okay. And I'm gonna give this a nice solid 8.
Wow.
What do you think?
I put in 7.
No, I give it an 8.
Great.
This movie was well worth it. Again, Tim, like I've mentioned throughout this whole season, if I see a story to it, it just helps me give it a better rating. It really does.
Oh my God, this is so freaking close right now. All right, everybody, it is trivia time. It is trivia time.
Wow,
you know what?
You wasted no time getting to this, did you?
I'm going to show you the score
because you're within
right now.
4 points.
Look at this. This is so close.
Oh my God, Tim! This could be either
if you get trivia, there's no way I win. Right. There's no way.
Do you want me to go? Do you want to ask me the question first, or should I? What do you want to do, Tim?
Chat room, what should we do? Because Jeff is just going to look at you anyway and try to get the answers.
I've never done that. I've never done that.
Every time. Folks that haven't watched this every
explain to what we're doing.
The trivia is we read out 3 statements. One of them is a lie, 2 are true. The opposing player tries to decide which one is a lie. Which one is a lie?
Did they figure out who should go first?
Why did that go off twice again?
That's what she said. I don't know. Let's see. Go at the same time. That's ridiculous. That can never happen.
That's silly.
Should we... Okay, so after this is done, though, we're going to talk about which movie we like the best and like the worst this season.
Okay.
Tim, don't dismiss me like that.
Yes, we are going to do that, but let's get through trivia.
Well, I just want to make sure in case you lose, we still do something fun.
No, we're going to... I've got a couple things planned that you don't even know about.
I don't even know how to make this... I can't even see
You got to point it at your face, Jeff.
Hello?
My God.
All right, I'll go first. I'll ask you the question first.
Okay,
well, no, maybe you should ask me first so that there's some drama involved here. You go.
No,
you ask me
it
first.
It doesn't matter if I get it wrong or you get it right. It doesn't matter.
All right, it matters to me.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to ask you first, right?
Because if I get it, then you're behind for a second and you got to get trivia.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's go. All right, here we go. Although this movie... Wait, I got to read my handwriting.
Oh, my God.
Okay, here we go. Although this movie was first...
All season long, ladies and gentlemen.
Although this movie was a book first, the ending is 180-degree different. In the book, Hobbs strikes out. In the movie, Tim's favorite part, Hobbs hits a home run exploding the lights. Director Barry...
Spoiler in the trivia.
You talked about it already.
I know.
Director Barry Levinston plays a vocal cameo as the Knights play-by-play announcer. And Hobbs' home run was actually inspired by a ball player who busted the Wrigley Field clock in 1977. Bobby Mercer received a Rolex for that feat. What's that?
All right.
What was that?
I don't know.
What was that? Do not be looking in here. Hey, what is that?
Why do you have that on again? You're always looking in the chat.
Wait.
You are cheating all the time.
What was that?
What was what?
There's a sound like a horse. That's you. Oh my gosh. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at my notes.
I know, because you're all into it.
All right.
All right. I think number 2 is correct. That's the one with Barry Levinson doing a cameo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm reading his face. Okay. What was the first one again?
You think he's the one who did a cameo? All right.
First one again. What was the first
one?
The
movie was also a book.
Oh, the book. See, I never read that book. It's by Bernard Malamud.
Malamud.
No, I think it's Malamud.
It's not.
It's a Jewish guy. Is it different? You know, books tend to be downbeat, and movies tend to Hollywoodize them. I'm gonna say that's probably true. What's the third one?
The home run. Hobbs' home run was actually inspired by a ball player who busted a Wrigley Field
I'm
clock.
gonna say that's the sort of thing. It had a lot of details that you put in there, or sports details that I have no idea. I didn't know there was a park named after my favorite gum.
Really? You didn't know that the Cubs played at Wrigley Field?
I thought it was Juicy Fruit.
No, you didn't.
I'm gonna go with 3. 3 being false.
Is what? That one's false?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah! Woo!
But actually, before you get into this, and before you just toot your own horn.
Oh!
Nice job, Tim.
Wow.
So the trivia, he is right.
Trivia means a lot then for you this time.
But the way that it is here is that Hobbs breaking the scoreboard clock in the home run was inspired by Bama Rowell.
Who's that?
Of the Boston Braves doubling off the Ebbets Field scoreboard clock in May 30th, 1946, showering the Dixie Walker with glass. Although he'd been promised a free watch by Bulova for hitting the company's scoreboard sign, Rowell had to wait till 1987 to receive it. So I kind of switched a little bit of it, so yep.
All right.
But there is a true...
There's a true aspect of it, but you just switched it up a little bit.
I did, but that was kind of fun.
That was good.
But what about the Barry Levinson thing? What about that? You believe that he would have been the announcer, or do you just guess that he would have been the announcer?
They didn't show the announcer a whole lot, and in these movies they typically do. So it sounded like a plausible cameo for a director.
But the other one was too much facts, too many details. I gotta remember that for next season. Too many details.
I pick them always just
put your
how
score
I
up there
feel.
so I have something to shoot for. Put your 5 up there so I know.
I'm putting the 5 up, which means
73.
You are 1 point behind me right now.
I should have given Alien a 7.
It's not gonna matter.
I know. Let's go.
Here we go.
Let's go for it, Tim.
Here we go.
All right, Tim. Let's do it.
Oh, I forgot to read this. I'm
ahead.
gonna read this. Okay.
Go ahead.
I am gonna read this.
Good. You do
there
that. It's your show.
A Hong Kong writer. You know how sometimes things get poorly translated from Chinese or whatever?
Yeah.
So somebody in Hong Kong wrote a synopsis on the DVD of Alien. This is what it read. And I'll put this so you can see it as well. Spaceship people get up from sleeping coffin and have eat. Computer woman finds strange noisings on planet and astronauts go to seeing. Astronauts find big elephant man who dead then find too many egg. Astronaut is possessed by egg demon and new egg demon is come when eat bad noodle. 7 friends and cat all trying to find egg demon before spaceship go home, but is hardworking. Who will life to escaping? Who is bad milk blood robot? Scream not working because space make deaf.
That sounds like a review that I would give. Damn. That's
awesome.
That's pretty good though. I mean,
that's awesome.
That's pretty funny.
But where's my...
You should find one for every movie we do.
No, that's not. It'll never be that good.
That's
again.
Hilarious.
It'll never be that good again. Okay.
That's one of the funniest things I've heard.
Well, thank you.
In a while.
I find stuff. All right, I got a bunch of these. Which one did I want to give you?
I hope I didn't give you enough opportunities to change your
well, I
stuff
gotta
up.
check that you didn't say these during your. That's why I do more than.
But you liked my review,
one.
didn't you? My review is decent.
Yeah, it was
All
a
right.
good one. It's a good one.
Why? Who has that many trivia questions? Damn, Tim.
Okay, I'm gonna go with this one first. The director of the most successful installment, and by that I mean the one with the most box office.
Okay.
The director of the most successful installment of the Rambo franchise, also made a sequel to Alien. It was not as successful as the first... Wait. Successful? Yeah, let's stop. That one we're not using.
Okay, good.
We're going to go with this one.
Go ahead, Tim.
Fuck you.
Tim!
You.
Tim.
All right. Soundtrack composer Jerry Goldsmith also wrote the soundtrack for Gremlins, the Derek Flint movies, Rambo movies, and Hoosiers,
Okay.
which we've done on this show.
Hall of Fame.
Yep. H.R. Giger never designed another alien for the movies.
Okay.
And Nostromo is also the title of a book by Joseph Conrad.
So let me just say right now, all your questions suck.
Thank you.
What the? I'm surprised you don't have a
Very
Pauly
difficult.
Shore one in there.
I almost did that.
You should have.
I almost
Okay,
did it.
so my choices are. Okay, so.
Okay, the first is Jerry Goldsmith, also wrote soundtracks, and I listed a bunch of them,
Yeah.
including Hoosiers.
Yeah.
H.R. Giger
HR
never.
Puff stuff.
I think he's Swiss or something. He never designed another alien for the movies. Or Nostromo is also the title of a book by Joseph Conrad. That's the name of the
Yes.
spaceship.
Oh, thank you, Tim. Yeah, I
You're
watched
welcome.
the movie.
Okay, well, I know there was no score, so you may have noticed it or may not.
Well, a
There was
soundtrack
no
though,
score
but a
to it.
soundtrack. So is a soundtrack different than a score? Seriously.
You know, that's a good question, and I don't know the answer.
Okay, soundtrack composer Jerry Goldsmith.
I think soundtrack can also include, like, if they put in a rock song. Because remember that one scene where they're down in the bowels of the spaceship and you just start hearing,
Yeah.
"He was a young man," you know, and we will rock you.
Does a
And then the alien
soundtrack
jumps out.
soundtrack have to have music?
For this means it's the composer of the music. For this question,
H.R. Geiger.
Giger.
Geiger.
I'm almost positive it's pronounced Giger.
Never designed another alien for the movies. So any movie, neither ever, like My Stepmother's an Alien, any alien movie ever, or just the Alien series?
Any other movie.
And no
Obviously, there were Alien sequels, so those were also.
Okay, so I think that, you dance with the one who brought you. So H.R. Geiger, he probably designed more aliens, I'm going to say. That's where I'm going with that one, so that's going to be true. Nostromo.
Oh, wait. Is that true? H.R. Giger never designed another alien for the movie.
He did one and he said, I've done it all, I'm done.
Okay.
Nostromo is also the title of a book. Son of a gun. That sounds so good.
You know, though, books aren't something that you read.
I
so
don't.
I knew this would be good.
I don't read books, but, I could see...
I could have put anything in there.
I could see that being the name of a book. I could see that. Then I would look at that title.
What if I named it Jonesy?
That one? Then I would say it's a lie.
Cat. That's the name of the cat.
But I would think...
Indiana Jones.
So, I'm thinking, though, that
Yeah.
that sounds like a name of a book to me.
Okay.
That could be the name of a book. I could see that title and go,
Okay.
ooh, what's this book about? And then I would see what it's about, and I'm like, I'm not reading it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the
That's
movie.
every book that ever came out.
I only read one book, and it's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Let's see.
You know,
Now
the
this-
cover of your copy, though, was yellow and black.
No,
That
it
was
wasn't
written
Cliff
by a
Notes.
gentleman named Cliff.
Yeah, whatever. No, I did actually read it at Muskego at MHS.
Good for you. Good for you. It's a good book.
Soundtrack. What was it? Now, I'm thinking that this is the one that's fake. And the reason why I'm going at that
Why?
is because wrote the soundtrack for Gremlins.
Gremlins,
now
the
there is-
Derek Flint movies, there's two of them, Our Man
What are the
Flint
what are the
and In Like Flint.
What are the movies? Yeah, what are they?
Those are Our Man Flint and In Like Flint. It was Roger Coburn doing a James Bond.
Yeah, see, I
American
can see there
James
being,
Bond.
well, I can see there being music in those, but I don't remember there being
What
music.
did-
I don't remember there being music in Hoosiers. That's
You don't remember there being music in Hoosiers?
Uh-uh.
Okay.
I don't. I remember them going from town to town, and so what I'm going to say, Tim...
Do you know how few movies don't have soundtracks? Are you sure?
I'm trying to think of... See, I used to work at Farmore, and I used to work at Musicland, and I remember... did I see like a cassette in the soundtracks with a Hoosier on it, with the basketball shoe and the farm in the background? Man, this is tough. This is really tough. Because I think Nostromo is like, that's the one. That's the one where you're like, I'll get Miller on that. But I think it's the soundtracks.
Okay.
I'm going to say the false one.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm going to say the false one is soundtracks.
You're sure?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you want to go
Yep,
with?
I'm going with that.
God damn it.
Oh!
You are wrong. You are wrong. H.R. Giger designed the alien from Species, which we brought up earlier in tonight's show.
Yeah, well, you didn't say H.R. Giger, did it?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
H.R. Giger designed Nastasha Henstridge when she turns into the
We never
monster
said
at the
that,
end.
though. We never said
Right,
that.
but we talked about Species. That's
So?
why I thought this might be too easy.
You won by 1 point.
I won by 1 point, folks.
This is the best season yet. The
My
best season yet.
God, how did that happen with this much?
Where was there music at Hoosiers? Where?
There's music.
I don't hear it.
When they win the big game, there's like, ooh, big music.
But I thought
I can't believe I was even trying to talk you away from that one, and I was like, the more I'm talking him away from it, he's digging in here.
Yeah, but there was no, like, there wasn't like,
Oh.
Jimmy Crack Cone, and I don't care, Jimmy. There was no songs in there. There was no songs.
There are no songs in Alien. They at no point. I was kidding.
She's singing
They
a song.
never-
She sings a song, Lucky Star,
Lucky Star. Okay.
by Madonna.
No. Not by Madonna. Are you kidding me?
1 point. That
1
sucks.
point.
You know what? That's...
You are.
I should have... You know what, Alien, I give it a 7. I give it a 7. Damn it, I should have. I should know my math. But see, you know what, though? I would never do that. I would never do that.
I actually gave it more point. I probably would have given it a 2, but I'm like,
But I would never do it. So, hey, before we close this out, let's talk about...
well,
our
wait,
movies we like.
no. Here we
I hate
go.
that. That's the worst thing.
Here we go. This is our season
Tim.
so far.
Did I win any of them?
You won
Two
two
of
big
them.
seasons.
Ooh, I went big in season 3.
And that means I get this. The Vamp wins. Woohoo!
I guess I have to wait till season 6 to see the ump win. That's pretty cool, Tim. I give you credit in that.
I've got one. I thought you were going to win, and I was like, I'm just going to make the ump one. I'm like, I better make one just in case I luck out here.
2 and 3. Look at the point total, though. That's what counts.
Oh, yeah. You killed. Okay, let me. Hold on.
It was season 2. I think I rocked season 2.
Season 2.
No,
3.
season 3.
3, you throttled me.
Yeah.
I remember that season because you pulled ahead early.
Yeah. Never looked back.
Yeah, there was no looking back.
But season-wise, you have the highest total illness season in season 4 with 97. Almost hitting 100. Almost hitting 3 marks.
Yeah, how the hell did that happen?
Look at
that's
this.
right. I pick really excellent films.
Well, look at this. Look at the season 5. That's a good season, right? That's a solid
God,
season.
that was so close
I know.
all season long.
Yeah.
All season long we were neck to neck.
Nice job with this, Tim. I like this.
All right. Now, you wanted to bring up a subject.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
But you got to help me with it, too, because you know I'm not going to remember this. But
wait, I think I did something. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Where is it? Hold on. I think it's this one I can pull out. Come on.
Is it Jessica?
Did I not? I thought it was right here. Nope.
That's what she said.
It does not want to work.
Alien.
No, I just have the one preview. Okay,
We have
I'm
no previews, though.
sorry.
We have no more movies.
I know.
I know, it sucks.
I know. I am sorry.
So
I thought I had. You remember when we did the preview show?
Yeah.
I thought I had that still sitting in here.
So
but
while
I did
Tim
not.
figures this out, I'm going to just say real quick. So if you email me and you say, hey, I'm jonesing for an episode.
Oh my God.
What we'll do is we'll get
God.
together and we'll put something together in February, maybe a Valentine's Day one.
Just cool it. Okay?
For all you people that are sitting home on Valentine's Day, maybe we'll do it for you.
There's people. What are you doing? You're pointing it away from yourself.
Hey,
yeah, that's gonna bring more people to the show. My God, why is that not working now? Now the chat isn't turning on. Anyway,
I think we should
good season. What was your favorite horror movie?
You got to help me out with it
From
because
this
I don't
season.
remember the name. I can tell you what it was.
Okay, go ahead.
It's the one where the guy pretends to be he wants to be a serial killer. It was early on. It was number 2. His second week. It was the Jason Voorhees one, or
Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Oh, it was Leslie Vernon.
yes,
Yes.
that was my favorite movie of this season.
Actually, hold on. I forgot the. Where is season 5? Season 5. Okay, here's all the movies. So you're saying Behind the Mask, Leslie Vernon
Yes.
was your favorite horror movie. What was your favorite of the sports movies that you assigned to me?
Right, first, but that Leslie Vernon one.
Yeah.
Okay, and yes, I gave Jurassic Park the highest mark with a 9, but I've seen that before.
Right.
So
right,
Behind the
right.
Mask was my favorite, most unique film that I loved this year. I'd watch it again.
Right.
As far as the sports ones, the favorite one that I gave you,
Mm-hmm.
well, I love baseball, so it'd be The Natural. But no,
The
actually,
Natural.
The
Okay.
Natural, yeah. The Natural is the one that's why I gave it to you in week 9, figuring that would bring it home for me.
Be the winner.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie of this list, yeah.
Okay.
What about you? Which movie
Wow.
did you like the best of the sports, and then go over to the...
You know, you had some really strong ones. Ford versus Ferrari, Eddie the Eagle. I love Cannonball Run. I've loved it a long time. I would say the movie that grabbed me that I hadn't seen before would be Mystery Alaska. I did enjoy being exposed to Mystery Alaska. If I was asked what was my favorite fun movie, it's probably Cannonball Run.
Okay.
However, Ford versus Ferrari,
Yeah.
I was actually I don't know if I want to watch it again because I saw it when it first came out. I'm I don't know. I forgot how good that movie was.
Good, I'm glad.
It is a really good film. By the way, of the movies I gave you, yes, Jurassic Park is probably my favorite that I gave you.
I think it's everybody's favorite.
I would say I was shocked by your reaction to Silence of the Lambs. I thought you were going to come in here, pee in your pants, and just oh, this is horrible, and all this stuff.
Again, it was a story. I think I have so much more respect for a story.
Well, that's why Roar got 2 points. It has no story whatsoever. So if I want to piss you off, I need to find more stuff without stories. I just know exactly what to get you down.
Dawn of the Dead was also a clunker for me. I know that's supposed to be iconic.
That surprised me. Your reaction to that one surprised me. Roar did not surprise me, your reaction to. The rest of them, I thought
Invasion?
Leslie Vernon you were really going to like. Invasion of
I didn't like that one either,
Bystanders,
really.
I was surprised how much you disliked it.
Yeah.
I knew it's an older movie. It's hard sometimes to get into that, but after rewatching it, as I was rewatching, I was like, I should have given him the 1978 version. Because I think you would have enjoyed that.
But this was a solid season. I was, and the thing of it is, Tim, is that you have me watch movies that I would never watch before, but I'd want to. Like American Werewolf in London, I've always heard about it. Never. It's not.
By the same director as Animal House. That's the part you sit there and you go, what?
But it's just I would never go out of my way to watch it. It's something I wanted to watch.
Right.
Same thing with Alien. Alien was always I'm intrigued about that, and it was right around the time I was starting to watch movies as a kid, but I never got around to it. So Tim, thank you for bringing those into my my life as far as watching them. It's cool to watch them.
Thank you.
But Roar and Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. You know what though? Okay, admit to me.
Yeah.
Have you not talked about Roar to
I did.
coworkers?
I went,
because it's so insane. You can't believe this exists.
I went back and I talked to that Annie, who's a new trainer at Innovative Health and Fitness.
Yes.
Located at 8800 South
Oh
102nd
God.
Street in Franklin.
And do they have Mountain Dew there?
No, but if you want to drink Mountain Dew, it's the elixir of the gods. But anyways,
It was the nectar, I thought.
elixir and nectar, same thing.
Elixir.
Elixir and then
Yeah.
nectar. Anyways, but no, actually, I actually went back to her, and she goes, I said that my buddy Tim, the one that I do the show with, he said that once you've watched Roar and you talk to other people that
And
watch,
she said, "You mean that guy that's super cool?"
right?
Yes.
And that watch horror movies as like a staple,
Yeah.
they'll all know it. She goes, "That's exactly right." She goes, "I knew that movie."
Yeah.
She says, "People that watch horror movies."
We all know
movie.
about it because it's so insane. The story is just.
But she agrees with me where it's more harrowing and intense than scary.
It's a curiosity.
Yeah, it's a curiosity.
I showed you that film because you are going to Horror Realm
Yeah.
in March.
Oh, we gotta talk about that real
And
quick.
people are going to talk to us about that movie. I'm guaranteed.
Well, now they will.
That, yeah.
So Horror Realm is coming up March 3rd to the 5th. We'll be there.
What's going on with your camera?
And it's my camera's fine. Horror Realm is
it's your face. That's
in
the
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And it's March 3rd to the 5th, 2023. Tim and I will be there. Trog
Yes.
Dorst will be also there.
Yep. In the trunk. Gonna fold them in half.
We're gonna take the back
We're
roads.
actually
We're gonna take the back roads.
Trogdor, we're actually talking about doing a dry run.
Really?
Figure this out if we can all get in there.
No, we'll get in there. But no, it'll be a lot of fun. And yes, I'm looking forward to talking to people about Roar and other things.
Hey, it's gonna be a lot of fun going out there. They got a solid list of celebrities, and there's one in particular that you're ready for. Richard Macer.
Yeah.
The Thing is gonna be
Yeah,
there.
from The Thing, the
and
movie
you
I've most
being a
watched.
dog enthusiast
Yeah.
on top of it is like, oh my god, the dog guy from The
How
Thing.
cool would that be if I brought Tango?
There's no room in the end. There's no room in the end. I don't think they allow pets at the hotel.
Like they would know. Put it in my suitcase.
Oh yeah, it's such a small dog.
Tango's a small little pup. Anyways, this
Taller than I am.
this was a fun season. Tim.
Not even when he's up on 2 legs. On 4 legs, he's taller than I am.
I plan on getting this whole series back to 3 and 3 in the next season coming up.
What do they call that when you
Wait.
come back? What's there's a sports
Wait a second.
term
How are
for
we at
that.
3 and 3? Oh yeah, this is only season 6. Wait,
We're in season 5. I have 3.
Oh, that's
you
right.
have 2.
So season 6, I'm coming back to tie
It's
this
the
thing up.
rubber match, right?
Yeah.
The rubber match is when you come back.
Well, that's when you're tied, and then someone bounces ahead. So this is nothing. I'm just behind one, but I'll win next season. My
It's
trivia,
time to close the crypt and call the game.
my trivia will be head on, top on.
Oh God, I'm worried because the trivia is not what I'm good at. Thank all of you for watching, and remember to share and subscribe to our
Pauly
show
Shore.
and feed. It might come up.
You son of a bitch.
If I can find a Pauly Shore reference. You can find the show at otherworldlyculture.com. You screwed me up. I was doing good.
Just start from the beginning.
Time to close the crypt and call the game. Thank all of you for watching. And remember to share and subscribe to our show and feed. You can find the show at otherworldlyculture.com and follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Pandora, iHeart, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify.
Yes, baby.
And other fine places you find podcasts. And remember, folks, if it's sports, it's a home run. If it's horror, run home! We're dead on the bases, and we'll see you next time.
Otherworldlyculture.com.
I will win season6.com. Oh, dude. Unreal. Damn trivia.
You see Trogdor's
No.
comment?
Let's see. Instead
of horror movie connection, 7 Degrees of Pauly Shore.
Yeah, that'd be all right. I can do that. That'd be fun.
We can probably connect almost.
But you can only do that to Kevin Bacon.
Actually, Kevin Bacon is the perfect one. He's got about 3 movies that have huge casts that he's in. JFK is one of them that you can always run.
I wonder if I could be 7 degrees from him.
From what?
From Kevin Bacon. You know what that could be?
What?
Because all I have to do is link myself up at the Grammys when I interviewed those people at the Grammys.